I probably shouldn't tell you this. Seriously. If I do, you're probably going to make a lot of money. Who, me? No. I am not a financial advisor. No. Oh, since I'm not a financial advisor, I can say this? Okay, awesome. Buy this coin. Buy MPLX. Do it now. The people who listen to me are going to make massive amounts of money. I don't think you understand. This is not a shill. I bought this coin because of what I found. I'm not getting paid by MPLX in any way, and I was not an early investor, but I did call MPLX one of my coins of the year back in January. And now that bet is about to pay off. What I have found is so massive and so under wraps that you will not believe it. Can't guarantee you anything, but if I could, MPLX is the most surefire bet for multiple X's, period, in this bull run. Let's get it. I'm not a financial advisor. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. Today, what we're discussing is so unbelievably massive, better open up your ears. MPLX, a token on Solana, is going to absolutely moon. The people who listen to this video and grab bags of MPLX will make money barring disaster. There's virtually zero chance that MPLX does not absolutely crush it as long as there is a bull run. It will outperform the market drastically. In this video, I'm going to lay out to you why this is your best investment of 2024, seriously. Then, I'm going to be joined by a mystery YouTuber guest, and we're going to show you guys some meme coins on Solana that you're not going to want to miss, especially if you're in the Bitcoin community. What? Find out more in a bit. And last today, we'll be including a shortened episode of the Zone 5 Pulse Chain podcast. Smash that like button before we get started if you needed some good news in this market. Okay, guys, MPLX, it is the one. This should be a top 50 project, and it's still sitting around number 300 on CoinGecko. And this project, no lie, is Solana's best kept secret. If you stick around until I'm done, you're going to see exactly why. And I'm not the only one bullish on this project. Michael Jordan is bullish on MPLX. And while I've been bullish on the Solana ecosystem and specifically MPLX since Q4 of last year, MJ's been invested since way back in 2022. Oh, and if you have questions, MPLX has the answer. His NBA Hall of Famer, Allen Iverson, also invested. And he takes investing in moonshots very seriously.
You know, like it don't mean anything. I know it's important. I do. I honestly do. But we talking about practice, man.
This is not a practice. This is not a drill. Look, Multicoin, Animoca, Alameda before Exit Scam, Solana Ventures, and Jump Crypto, not an MJ reference, all invested into MPLX. Even Samsung's venture capital arm invested in it. Here's what Samsung next said. Metaplex storefronts connect to a powerful on-chain decentralized program that mints and sells NFTs, removing the middleman and its related fees from the process. That's one of the reasons we joined in the $46 million token investment round for Metaplex. Among the other investors are Solana Labs, Animoca, and Republic Labs. We believe Metaplex has the potential to grow rapidly. Modular Capital wrote a similar thesis. Listen to me. Metaplex is the Shopify of NFTs. They're working on cross-chain NFT trading to top it all off. Don't doubt them. I'm sure most of you have not heard of MPLX. You think it's some kind of small coin I'm shilling. Maybe some of you guys watched my video about the Solana ecosystem coins in December.
The top SPL tokens. Right now, you don't even know what that means. You will. Guys, get ready. This is about to be where all the money is made in this bull run. The best money-making chance of your life could be right there in front of you, right now. And I do not put this lightly when I say, not getting involved with the Solana ecosystem at this point could be the biggest mistake of your life.
Or maybe you saw me list MPLX as a top coin back in January. Solana projects are where to go during this bull run. All right, next we've got Metaplex, MPLX. You guys can see it is on the Solana blockchain, one reason why I do like it. And here we go, you check out Metaplex. What is it? It's the trusted standard for NFTs and digital asset launching service and scalability when it comes to the Solana blockchain. They've got developer tools. Now, why do I like MPLX? It's a Solana-based project. Solana NFT tools, and it empowers the community. The cool thing is, the price is barely up since that video. It is climbing. And before we go any further, I need to explain to you what Metaplex is, and then we'll get to the update that changed everything for Solana NFTs and presents your biggest opportunity of your lifetime, possibly. Here's a brief overview of what Metaplex and Metaplex Studios are.
What is Metaplex? Metaplex was created by Metaplex Studios. Metaplex Studios builds tools for NFT developers, storefronts to sell your NFTs, and you can distribute NFTs with auctions, instant sales, and more. Metaplex is just one tool from Metaplex Studios. Metaplex are programs that together enable NFT creators to mint and auction NFTs.
Now, here's an explanation of some of the services that Metaplex provides.
For example, there's the Metaplex store, which is a self-serve front end for Metaplex, so you can create storefronts for your NFTs. Holoplex is a managed storefront for Metaplex that you can set up in just 5 minutes. As well, there's the Metaplex Candy Machine, another program from Metaplex. This is a simple program that issues a fixed number of NFTs at a fixed price. With Metaplex, you have a faster way to build your NFT projects, and Metaplex is decentralized, so it lives up to the potential of Web3 because it is not centralized. There's no centralized entity. The code is open source, and creators can work directly with their communities to whom they're selling the NFTs without any middle parties.
On the techier side, there are 4 things about Metaplex that make the MPLX protocol's built-in smart contracts very unique. Number 1, token metadata. This is what allows customization of all kinds of things like the symbol to the royalty fee and others. Token Vault. This is a place for safekeeping for NFTs in between the mint and the sale. Remember, these tools are for creators. Auction. This handles the bidding process of the sale all in a smart contract. Metaplex. This is the control point of the protocol. So check this out. Imagine being able to invest in a monopoly before it got going. Microsoft, Facebook, Google, before they were popular. Some people are saying that right now, Metaplex has a monopoly over Solana NFTs. While much of Solana's $4.8 billion NFT market wouldn't exist without Metaplex, that situation was not a good long-term solution, according to Mert Mumtaz, CEO of Solana infrastructure provider Helios Labs. A single centralized for-profit entity, Metaplex, did somebody say for profit, has a full monopoly on the NFT standard on Solana right now, Mumtaz told DL News. The lack of competition leads to a lack of innovation. Guys, Metaplex is behind 99% of Solana NFT minting. And here's where we get to the best part. Just stick with me. Metaplex created the Solana NFT standard. And then this year, they created the new upgraded Solana NFT token standard called Core. Now, don't get this confused with the project Core on CoinGecko. This is for Solana NFTs. And it cut down fees to virtually nothing to mint NFTs. Metaplex Core sheds the complexity and technical debt of previous standards and provides a clean and simple core spec for digital assets. This next generation Solana NFT standard uses a single account design, reducing minting costs and improving Solana network load compared to alternatives. It also has a flexible plugin system that allows for developers to modify the behavior and functionality of assets. And here's the X.com thread announcing Core to the world. Some highlights include Core is built specifically for NFTs, enabling all key data to be stored in only one on-chain account. This dramatically reduces complexity for developers. And unprecedented cost efficiency, resulting in the lowest minting cost compared to token-based alternatives. The key to Core's innovation is a highly flexible plugin system. Today, we're excited to announce that 50% of all protocol fees will be used to purchase MPLX, which will be sent to the Metaplex DAO. The launch of Core on DevNet starts the next chapter of digital assets on Solana. All right, so MPLX is awesome. Great project, great team, great achievements, and it has a monopoly, cool. But it's NFTs, aren't those dying? No.
To capitalize on the compressed NFT opportunity, we have to do more than just mint millions of monkey pictures. The blockchain is just a public database, a shared space that anyone can read and write to. NFTs are a data standard, a human-readable and understandable way to bring data on-chain.
Maybe cartoon JPEGs are, but you see, RWAs are going to get tokenized, and a portion of those will be done through NFTs, digital ownership. Don't think JPEGs. But even though NFT numbers are down, check out the fees of Metaplex. They're going parabolic. In 1 year, when NFTs are down, they collected almost 100,000 Solana in fees. But here is the tea you've been waiting for. In addition to launching the new standard, the Metaplex Foundation is committed to putting 50% of the all-time fees from the Metaplex protocol into the Metaplex DAO treasury via the MPLX token. That means the community can vote on how the funds are ultimately used for further adoption. The MPLX token was launched on Solana in September 2022 and airdropped to creators who used their protocol in the past, but the token itself hasn't had significant utility to date. The Metaplex Foundation will take 50% of all earlier protocol fees and use it to buy MPLX to give to the DAO treasury, with 50% of future fees used for the same purpose. The community of MPLX token holders can then collectively decide what to do with those funds, whether it's burning them to cut the supply, developing staking rewards, or other potential moves ahead. Guys, this is huge. I don't think you understand what is happening here. MPLX has generated 100,000 SOL worth of fees. 50% of that, 50,000 SOL, are going to be used to buy MPLX, not OTC on the open market. That's $7 million right now before the bull run even rips. It was worth much more at one time when Solana was pumping. The insane amount of buying pressure is going to force the coin to do X's. But there's more. You see the MPLX they buy is getting sent to their DAO for the community to vote on what to do with it. Guys, open your eyes. They're obviously going to choose to burn those tokens to continue the price pressure. The community is going to massively pump this coin. So timeline, you want a timeline for this? I can't give you one for when the actual purchase of the MPLX is going to be, but I can tell you this. The same way projects don't do huge announcements in a bear market, most altcoin teams understand the timing of strategic moves and announcements. Think about how high XRP would have went following the SEC decision in July in a bull run. It 2x'd in a bear market, would have 10x'd in a bull market. Not overnight, but over a few weeks. There are layers and layers to MPLX, and you do not want to miss this one. In a year, many of you are going to be sending me DMs saying how this was the one to set you financially free. But there are other coins with tiny market caps that might do awesome. And here's Martini guy to tell us about a few Solana meme coins, and we're making a huge Bitcoin announcement. Hey guys, I'm joined. Martini time at the bar here. Happy hour with Martini guy. TMG, what is going on?
Yes, the meme coin market at the moment, I think, is right on the verge of having a huge explosion. I think that everything is warming up there. It's been in a long period of consolidation. And I think that memes, like in themselves, if you'd have asked me 6 months ago, I'd have said no. But right now, I think the bull run is going to comprise hugely of meme coins.
Yeah, well, you know, Van Eck, just one of the ETF providers, they just put out a can't remember exactly what it was. It's some kind of group they just put together to watch meme coins. It's like a meme coin tracker is basically what it is. A meme coin tracker for investments for institutions. Like that's where we're at with meme coins. And meme coins, you know, a lot of people would make the argument they really are adoption. And to me, there's one place that the meme coins are the hottest, and that is Solana. So I want to know from you, what is a Solana meme coin that you think has potential to, let's just call it what it is, make multiple X's?
Well, I mean, there's quite a few right now, isn't there, on Solana that have been doing very well for a while. I think that from my perspective, I mean, I've added my share screen to the thing. This is Myro. Myro is something that's been in consolidation now for an extended period of time. You can see that we are literally just starting to break these levels, or are they coming up to... It depends on how, of course, you chart it, but we're getting close.
It just depends on whether or not Bitcoin's going to take one more big dump down or whether we're going to start moving up, probably.
And again, Myro, with it being listed on all these other exchanges, not just being listed on decentralized exchanges, but there are actually futures on it, it does tend to be more prone to moving with Bitcoin, and people trade it how Bitcoin trades. And I think that there are pros and cons to coins being listed on centralized and decentralized exchanges. There are some meme coins that are just decentralized exchange only, and there are huge pros to that, being that, look, if Bitcoin is going down, the coin might just continue to go up because, look, it's completely debased from what Bitcoin is doing. And yeah, Bitcoin's not been so friendly recently, has it? But the Myro is looking so interesting. I believe you called Myro very early on as well.
I did. I called Myro back in October or November. And the reason why, like basically right after it launched, is because I could just tell it. That was right around the time I realized the Solana meme coin environment was going to be the hottest one. And I was looking around for meme coins that I thought had hallmarks of previous ones. And this one being the dog Myro of Raj Gokal, maybe whatever his name is, the co-founder of Solana. It just reminded me of Samoyed coin, which was named after the dog of Anatoly Yakovenko, CEO. And I know that this was one that Sam and those guys used as a slush fund and paid lawyers with, and they pumped it. And it was a Solana pumper, but it was kind of cool. It looked cool. And the visuals for this one and the story behind this one is very similar. And I just said, man, it actually, at first I thought, man, maybe Sam's even behind this one. He's not at all. Mm-hmm. But at first it's like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And it's been running, and it hasn't been getting consolidation for a long time. And it's kind of fallen a little bit off of my radar, but this was my number one, top 300 coin, I thought. And it still is going to do very well. And it was my number one performing coin from my top coins picks over the last, since October.
It's been doing, I mean, a bit bland recently, but it did have those huge run-ups. And I think that Myro, as interesting as it is probably going to perform particularly well. You've also got, if you're looking at Solana, I think the Solana out of all the meme coin ecosystems, I mean, we were discussing this yesterday. Why Solana? I think the Solana is probably the most active because the community is the most educated. So you do still have base memes, and some of them will do well, but base's community is smaller, it's growing, and it will benefit from that growth. But on the whole, I still believe that Solana is the best place for meme coins right now, because also low transaction fees. Phantom wallet is amazing. It's like so much like cleaner than pretty much every wallet that I've ever used. And yeah, what's your thoughts?
Well, you have Jupiter. Jupiter is such an amazing decentralized exchange. It blows Radium away. It's got several different cool functions in it. They've introduced cross-chain now, and I think it just makes it really easy to trade coins. And so really easy to buy, really easy to sell. And now cross-chain having a lot of more options. So, but look, let's not make brass tacks here, Martini guy. I know you love Solana meme coins. And the reason why I know that you love Solana meme coins is that I believe there is a very tasty snack meme coin you know quite a bit about. And no, guys, I'm not talking about anchovy pizzas. I'm talking about fish and chips.
Yes, this is fish and chip coin. Now, everybody's always saying, look, I'd love to make a meme coin one day. And I'm somebody that also says I'd love to make a meme coin one day. So one day this week on Tuesday, I was like, I'll just do it. Let's make a coin. Let's make fish and chip coin, because why not? What's everybody's favorite meal? I mean, I've got a favorite meal. My favorite meal is fish and chips. We were at Nando's. I was like, can we not just have fish and chips? My friend was like, no. So then when we got home, he told me about this website called pump.fun, and you can launch coins on pump.fun. And I was like, okay, I'll make fish and chip coin. So I made fish and chip coin, and it's been an incredible journey so far. We've only got, say, 385 followers on Twitter. It's Fish and Chips Sol. However, the growth in the price of the coin recently has been astronomical, and I think it's going to continue. We've had these huge runs up over since we launched it. We only launched it on Tuesday of this week. At the time of recording, it's Friday, and it's been just like this nice steady uptrend here with, if I get rid of that, just like this nice parabolic curve that's happening. We just keep on coming up and resetting, set a new price floor, rally up again, set a new price floor, rally up again, set a new price floor. And Chippy's been going amazing. And I guess you might have some questions about, well, what is the utility of meme coins? Because it even says on our website here, Chippy is a meme coin with no intrinsic value or expectation of financial return. There is no formal team or roadmap. The coin is completely useless and for entertainment purposes only. Just a quick disclaimer out of the way there, because meme coins are intrinsically useless. But what we talked a little bit about this. What is the use case of Chippy coin? Because Chippy coin in itself doesn't have, it's a meme coin at the end of the day. It's growing in traction. The community is growing at over 100 people a day right now, and it's attracting a lot of interest from everybody. But what is the use case? You want fish and chips on a Friday for free? Well, the first 50 people every Friday that hold fish and chip coin get a free portion of fish and chips on us, because all you need to do is take a picture of your receipt, show us that you hold fish and chip coin, and quote with the quote tweet, or we put out a tweet, and you quote tweet the tweet with your picture of your fish and chips and a certain hashtag, and we pay for your fish and chips every Friday up to £25 worth or $25 worth. So I think it's a pretty fun way of doing things.
Well, I tell you, I think that I've seen a lot of meme coins. I've seen sushi. Sushi's not a meme coin, but sushi is a food coin. It's a food coin. You had a pickle finance. I gotta say, out of all the food coins, I gotta say fish and chips is probably my favorite. And people are gonna find this to be really bizarre.
Yep.
Knowing that I've kind of got like a little, I don't like British comedy, don't play soccer, like my teeth are good, the whole thing. And so I don't really like a lot of stuff. Like I love the British people. We love I want to move to London. That's probably where I'm going to move, to be honest with you, when I'm ready to leave the United States, when we get ready to get destroyed. But the point is that I love fish and chips. It's one of my favorite meals, and it sounds British. But here we go. British Bit Boy coming to eat some fish and chips. And then I'm going to send my receipt and I'm going to get them for free. Can't beat that.
Not only that, but I believe that me and you have come to an agreement here where we're going to work directly with yourself.
Absolutely.
And work with the BitBoy community.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to explain a little bit about what we've discussed there?
Yeah, I am really excited about this. So basically, Martini guy came to me and said, look, he said, I like what you did with Bitcoin. I love what you did with the airdrops and making people in the community money. And he said, I wouldn't be part of that. And I said, well, You know, here's the thing about it. The thing about it is that with the Bitcoin community, if we were to just airdrop all this Chippy to everybody right now, man, I tell you what, you guys would go down to the price. That's what people would do. They would go sell and they would assume that they know better of an investment than what they're currently in. So they sell it and they want to go get something else. And people do that. And it's natural for people to do that. It's not that they don't believe in something. It's like, hey, I got free money. I want it. Right. And then I want to do what I want with that money. I don't want to do what you thought I want to do with the money. So what we decided is we're going to be giving away 1% of the supply of Chippy to Bitcoin holders. Now, we're not going to be doing it in one airdrop immediately right now, okay? And I can't promise that every Bitcoin holder is going to get an airdrop of this 1% of Chippy. However, over time, we're going to find more partners to do this with, and we want everybody in the Bitcoin community to be able to get crypto stimulus checks, to be able to go and get yourself some money. So we're going to have some big announcements, and one of the announcements I'm making right now is we are going to give away some coins right now. So I've got a link down below in the description for you guys to go to. Go to that link and click on that link and follow the directions. And if you're one of the first 25 people that fills that link out. You gotta be watching live, guys. This is why you gotta watch the show. People are like, this is a boring time of the show. No, it's not, guys. This is when you gotta be watching. The first 25 people to go to that website, fill out that form, and are verified holding Bitcoin, you are going to win an airdrop of Chippy. You gotta have Bitcoin. You gotta have a Bitcoin wallet or a Bitcoin address, Bitcoin in your Ethereum address in order to qualify. So all you guys gotta do, fill that form, be one of the first 25 people, be one of the first 25 verified to hold Bitcoin, and boom, you got yourself some free Chippy. And this is a way for you guys to get meme coins on another chain. You guys already got Brocoin or Bromance on Pulse Chain. Now you're gonna get some Chippy on Solana. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and with Chippy as well, I think that we're gonna have some tremendous growth in our community, and we look forward to partnering with yourself a lot. Again, my first rodeo at doing all of these things. I've never launched a coin before. I've been participant and investor in hundreds of different things. And I thought, you know what, let's just do my own. Why do I keep giving all of these people all of this money and investing in everyone's thing when, look, I think that I can do it better than them. So like the ego kicks in and you go, right, let's build fish and chip coin. As ridiculous as it sounds, I think that our overall goal as a community is to end up as #1 on pump.fun. And that would give us a market cap of $350 million. And if we can get to $350 million, the coin is liquid, everything is perfect, and then we can think about getting up to $1 billion. And in terms of the way that it was done, I just want to explain this because it's really interesting. How do you launch a meme coin? There's a website called pump.fun. Pump.fun, you can launch coins on Solana. It takes you like 3 seconds. All you need is liquidity. So how did I avoid getting sniped? I launched the coin on there. I told nobody about it. I bought up 66% of the supply. And then from there, the community found out what I'd done. Then the community starts getting involved and growing the community. And every day, the community keeps growing larger and larger. The response so far is amazing. The coin at this moment in time has got $240,000 of liquidity, and it seems to grow significantly all the time. I myself have got $300,000 just sat on the sidelines waiting to deploy into the coin to ensure that the thing stays stable, because we want it to be a nice steady growth. I don't want some crazy moon mission. I want some nice consistent, because when you end up with a crazy moon mission, you do have your big sell-offs.
Well, that's what we had with Bromance. I mean, it launched. It's down. I think it's down like 80 or 90%. It launched. It just went. Shoo. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't sell coin, and the price went way up, and then it crashed. A lot of people made a lot of money on the way up, but on the way down, you got to find a floor. So you when you have one of those moon missions, you need to understand it's probably going to come back to Earth.
So this is a very community-centric thing, and I want to avoid the speculation so much on price. I have my own targets, and I know that we will get there, but it's more a case of let's grow the largest fish and chip loving community on Earth. And I think that the Bencoin community, being that you're all so loyal to Ben, I see what you're doing, like supporting even me. I think Ben has been great over this past 12 months. It's been fascinating watching it, and it's been the most entertaining crypto channel on the internet. I think that nobody can deny that. And from my perspective, Ben is the best crypto YouTuber on Earth.
Man, I appreciate it. It means a lot.
I think that because I've been watching your channel since what
2018. I started early 2018.
Yeah,
January.
whenever you first started, and you've come on leaps and bounds, and it's also incredible the way that you've rebounded, because we also had this discussion maybe 3 months ago or something like that, when you didn't really have anything, and you've come back and you've bounced so hard. The community's back, everyone's loving it. So I think that I'm proud to see that. Why pick BitBoy out of everybody? Look, I believe in BitBoy. I think that BitBoy has got the strongest and best community. So
thank you. Well, and you're always been. Well, I haven't always been a failure. We had a rocky start back in the early days, but we're great now, and we've been friends for a long time. And I certainly appreciate you and appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate you blessing the Bitcoin community. And so it's gonna be really exciting. We're gonna, first 25 people are gonna get airdropped. If you guys go to the link down below in the description, but we're gonna be doing a lot more airdrops with this. 100% of this 1% is going to the Bitcoin community. I want everybody to know that, and that's even if the price. And I know Martin guys say he doesn't want to talk about the price, but let's just suppose the price went way up. I'm still giving 100% of that money. Of that airdrop, 100% of this 1% to the Bitcoin community. So the better this coin does, the more airdrops with Bitcoin we get to do over time. And so as you get this Bitcoin airdrop, if you're one of the first 20, if you're one of the first 25 people, you can do whatever with it. But I do want people to think we're going to be getting more and more of these airdrops over time. And one of these coins, maybe it's Chippy, maybe it's Bromance, maybe it's the next one, who knows? One of these could be the one that people are like, man, I wish I would have got in that one early. And you got a chance right here. So Martin, guys, thank you for coming on. Tell everybody where they can find you real quick.
They can find me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel as well. It's called That Martini Guy. I also have a Twitter profile. The @ is Martini Guy YT. But really, just go and follow Chippy Coin. And to find that, the @ on Twitter, I'll bring up the Twitter page once more here. This is the Twitter account. It's Fish and Chips Sol. And it's currently got only 386 followers, but the community on Telegram has now got over 420. Ironically, quite a funny number. It's now got over 420 followers on the Telegram group. Everything is growing at a tremendous pace, and the community support so far has been amazing on it. And don't forget, look, that's me. We give away free fish and chips on a Friday. So if you like fish and chips, it's a pretty good coin. Just read through this, and it tells you how you can be eligible to get some Chippy. So that's all you need to do.
Well, I tell you, when I was a kid, I looked forward to Fridays because you had TGIF, Thank God It's Friday, on ABC. You watch Family Matters, you watch the Dinosaur Show, you watch Urkel, you watch all that stuff. Boy Meets World, you watch all of it. There's TGIF. And now, years later, TGIF has a whole new meaning. Thank God it's fish. You get fish and chips on Friday. Thank God it's Fish Friday. Now it's TGIF. So there you go. Send in your receipts. All right, Martin guy. Thanks for joining us, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a nice day.
All right. Pump City sounds like to me. Let's switch gears now and move on to an episode of the Pulse Chain podcast. This week, Cassie, Corey, and I sat down with Liquid Loans to discuss the crazy crypto market and why decentralization is so important. I did want to let everybody know the Pulse Chain podcast now has its own YouTube channel. You can head on over to the Zone 5 Pulse Chain podcast YouTube channel and check out the full episode. We're going to be putting shorter, compact episodes inside of our videos here on the BitBoy Crypto V2 channel. All right, here we go. Liquid Loans is the first truly decentralized lending protocol built specifically for Pulse Chain. Fully backed stablecoin, low 100% collateral ratio, no repayment schedule, immutable, governance-free, no admin keys. Visit liquidloans.io to learn more or to watch videos to find out how it works. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Zone 5 Pulse Chain podcast. Today is a very exciting day. This is actually the first episode we're recording after the launch of the Bro meme coin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just accepted a fine. We got so much good stuff coming on today on the show. As always, do want to say thank you to our sponsor, Liquid Loans. And as always today, I am joined by the lovely Cassie, the Duchess of DeFi, the most exclusive of all Duchesses.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, thank you. And now is Corey Costa, the man. Some people say this is the man that brought mainstream adoption to cryptocurrency. That's what some people say about Corey Costa. Corey Costa brought BitBoy Crypto to Pulse Chain. People say he's done more for Hex and Pulse Chain than Richard Hart himself.
Well, that's quite an opening. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. I appreciate that compliment very, very much. It's an honor to call you a friend. I've been friends with you for a while. I'm very appreciative for all that you've done in cryptocurrency. I just wanted to, introduce our guest, Crypto Crazy, the CEO of Liquid Loans. It's been a long time coming, Crypto Crazy. How you doing?
I'm going really well. So thank you very much. And I must admit that I'm really happy to be on this particular stream. Ben, Cassie, thank you for all the work you do. Corey, thank you again. Ben, I must admit, I think I said to you off camera, mate, you're a machine. The amount of content that you produce and the quality, that's the other thing, right? So some of this stuff is, and particularly some of the stuff that you're sharing at the moment, I really, really align with. So thank you so much for bringing that to our attention.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, we work hard to put out the absolute best for people. And the thing is, my biggest flex is I've been in crypto for 12 years. That is over a decade. Halfway through this year, I will be closer to 15 years than 10 years in crypto. Like, that's even crazy to think, right?
God.
And so it's so easy for me to make. Now, it's not easy to make content and arrange in a way that people want to watch it, but I just have so much wealth of knowledge to pull, wealth of experience to pull from. Like, I see things that other people don't see because, like, you see one story, but then I remember all the other stories that you forgot about or never heard about or were before you came into crypto. Not you specifically, but generally the crypto audience. Yeah. And I think that's why I tell Cassie, I was telling her the other day, like, I've got so many more videos I want to make. I have more videos than I can possibly make. I've got more things in my brain that are really important to give you guys than I can even do.
Guys, he is a machine. He's constantly working. I wake up at 7 o'clock on a good day, and he's been awake for 3 hours in the office, listening to videos, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Ben, when are we ever gonna go on vacation?
Yeah, well, baby, every day with you feels like I'm on a vacation.
Oh,
I love you. But we want to get into some questions here. You guys have been in crypto for a while. Do you want to kind of just tell everybody a little bit more about yourself and Liquid Loans, and what you do, how you're involved with Pulse Chain and crypto? Thank you to Liquid Loans, the sponsor of the Zone 5 podcast. With Liquid Loans, you never have to sell your Pulse. Hashtag never selling. With liquidloans.io, never selling is more than just a meme. It's actually kind of possible. So if you've ever wanted to have your Lambo and drive it too, then start your zero interest-free loan journey today. Liquidloans.io.
Yeah, sure. So I'm one of the co-founders. The other co-founder is Scottish Dave, who I think you've met as well.
Right.
But probably going back when Pulse Chain was sort of coming online, I mean, I had an interest in DeFi. I have a financial background, had worked in TradFi in the past, and sort of felt that DeFi was the way forward. But what I was seeing with Pulse Chain was that here's an opportunity of bringing something that's decentralized, immutable, that we could actually use. And part of it was there was a selfish motivation, and part of it was, well, if I'm going to acquire Pulse, I didn't want to have to sell. I didn't want to have to sell to realize any gains. So, the idea was, hey, is there a protocol that we could use on Pulse Chain that could mean that I could hold my Pulse, acquire more Pulse, watch it grow, but if I need to extract value, I can do that through some sort of protocol. And the one that came to mind for me was Liquidity. And, talking with Dave, I said, Dave, I think this is a really good fit. And initially we reached out to the guys to suggest that they may want to come over. But, and I can now understand from their perspective, it's too hard to diversify across multiple platforms. So from their point of view, it really wasn't worth their while, and they decided against it. So that's when Dave and I made the decision to, okay, well, let's do this. Let's have a red hot go at making sure that we can bring something that we can benefit from personally, but it also supports the community as well. So that's really the fundamental reason why Liquid Loans was brought to Pulse Chain, to be honest.
Largest TVL on Pulse Chain outside the RH tickers, man. You've been doing a lot for Pulse Chain. I mean, Liquid Loans, I think what's very important about this particular product is it actually brings, DeFi to Pulse Chain, and it is the highest TVL product on Pulse Chain outside of the RH tickers. Your chain is only as good as the trading and the amount of capital that's actually engaged within the ecosystem. And without Liquid Loans, that Liquid Loans has played a pivotal role, at least in my opinion, in bringing TVL into Pulse Chain. So I got to tip my hat off. I've been supporting these guys since I first entered the ecosystem in October of 2021. So
thank you, Corey. The other thing that I wouldn't mind adding to that is that, I did mention that TradFi is a past for me. I certainly worked with a number of the major retail banks in the Asia Pac region as well, and predominantly within Australia. But what I'm noticing now, and Ben, I would love to hear from you, because I think, with your wealth of experience and knowledge, I'm kind of seeing that really the TradFi version of events for me has always been about the middleman, right? The middleman. But DeFi is very much about self-custody. But however, there's a transition period, right? So, and I kind of feel like we should be working with the likes of private equity, hedge fund managers, these guys that probably need to start thinking about an allocation towards crypto of some description. And I think that's the audience that we need to be reaching now.
Absolutely. And that is what I'm doing. My channel is turning into a TradFi channel. And people are asking me, why? Like, you're a crypto guy. Yes, I am a crypto guy, and I will always be a crypto guy. TradFi is coming to crypto. They're coming here. Like, we're not going there. They're coming here. So we have to make it conducive for them to want to come here to keep their interest. Like, they probably don't want to hear about the latest Polkadot parachain failure. Like, they don't care about that, right? So they want to hear about what's, different things. And that's what I'm opening up to. And I'm having some videos that don't mention crypto at all, other than maybe a CBDC or, something in some of those videos.
So from my point of view, there's a narrative that's running at the moment that potentially Bitcoin's a Trojan horse for the CBDC platform. Right? So,
I agree.
I'm kind of leaning towards that view, but I also feel that, that the geopolitical dynamic, the tension between different factions, Bitcoin crosses all of that. So whilst I can see that, hey, look, at the end of the day, this is the interesting thing for me, and I kind of laugh about this. If you talk about gold, you talk about silver, you talk about Bitcoin, how do you demonstrate the value? What do you denominate it in? It's always the US dollar, right? Yeah. It's always the US dollar. That's usually how you denominate the value. CBDCs is really, for me, I think CBDCs will supplant USDT, USDC. It's the stables. They'll be the ones that will actually suffer the impact of this. Not Bitcoin, but I think the stables will suffer.
That's a good point.
I tell you, I believe that I actually fully understand how Bitcoin was created, who created it, why it was created, why the idea was conceived, and then what the idea was hijacked to become, and then what it actually is now. Ever felt overwhelmed by your finances? Let me share a secret from our friends at Liquid Loans, the proud sponsors of the Zone 5 podcast. They've created a platform that turns financial chaos into clarity. Secure, quick, and simple, Liquid Loans is all about unlocking your financial freedom. Want to know more? Dive into their website and discover how you can achieve financial peace of mind. Your journey to freedom starts now. liquidloans.io. The idea of Bitcoin was created not for the reason that we actually think it was, right? Like, what are some ideas you think Bitcoin was created for? Like in a conspiracy, let's say the government created, like, what are some ideas that you would think that Bitcoin, the idea for a digital cryptocurrency on blockchain, what are some ideas why you would think that it would be created by a government? Now, the government did not create it, by the way, but the point is actually much more simple than that. It's why is anything created? Money. The original idea for cryptocurrency, for Bitcoin, was to be able to create money. You go back to 1971 and we get off the gold standard, right? And very quickly, anyone who had any economic background could look at what was happening there and within a few years say, holy shit, this is bad, right? We have no gold standard. You go to the website, WTF happened in 1971.com. Go look at it. You will see almost every financial chart in America that was bad went whoop after 1971.
Interesting.
Wages haven't increased basically at all. Like, they've gone flatlined. And then, cost of living has gone like this. The Canadian real estate market, like all these things, right? After 1971 started occurring. And so this idea that we can create something digital, and now we don't have to have paper to print something. Now we can do it digitally, and we can create as much, and we can generate as much as we need to generate all the time. Not even thinking about how down the road that would even affect inflation there too. So the point is that I've been told, and I believe that this is why Bitcoin was created, was to make money originally. Then over time, this idea got hijacked to become now aimed at the one world currency. I call them the Both Children family. Their name rhymes with Bothschild. That family right there, through the Economist magazine and their goal with the one global currency through all their networks. And like, you guys understand that they are the Council for Foreign Relations. They are Reuters, right? Like, that's who the Rothschild family, that's who they are. They own these apparatuses. This is not a conspiracy. This is real. The Economist magazine, the editor was Evelyn Dale Rothschild in 1988 when they put out the famous Economist magazine that had the one world currency on it. And so we can sit here and we can talk about why Bitcoin was created, why it has been hijacked, right? What now it is used for is a transitional time for people to get used to tokenization, is everyone's assets are placed on a blockchain that is actually a trap for us. And now all of our assets are on something that the government can see. And now taxes, you can't hide taxes now. They come out automatically, right?
Yep.
So you start seeing that this is the plan. This is what's going on. I feel like my job is to help people transition into this. This is all coming. Get ready for it. This is all coming. It's coming very quickly, faster, so fast it'll make your head spin.
I think that one of the challenges that you flagged is, people initially, when they looked at Bitcoin, they looked at it as an option that was outside the system, right? Mm-hmm. That's the challenge. That's the underlying issue. So if Bitcoin is not really outside the system, then okay, what are the alternatives? And if you think about people like, I really like this lady, her name's Lynette Zhang. She is amazing, yeah. So she pushes the whole, let's get some gold, let's get some silver, get out of the system. She's not convinced that Bitcoin's outside the system. I'm not convinced that it's not. I'm actually on the fence on this one. I'm still not certain. I know that you've done some digging into this area, and I know that you've got a couple of shows coming up. Yeah. So for me, it's, okay, well, what do we do about that? Ultimately, Pulse Chain, and I think the community that it's currently serving, is predominantly about self-custody, about being outside the system, right? We want to be outside the system. The challenge for us is going to be, well, if that's going to be something that we want to really aspire to, how do we achieve that? And the things that, for me, that are possibly, Richard's flagged a couple of things. I think he's focused around censorship resistance. He's introduced a couple of mechanisms to ensure that we can bypass some of that. But the thing that's missing for me, that I'm wondering whether Richard's thinking about, is privacy. So how do we reintroduce privacy into, for example, Pulse Chain to enable us to transact without the overwatch, right? And that's the concern. So if we are no longer outside the system, how do we ensure that we can be outside the system? But if you think about the way TradFi invests, for example, the people investing in TradFi will say something like, hey, I want a return of X. What can you get? Where can I place it? So they might go to the HSBCs of the world, but they're not going to the CEO. They're going to the HSBC, right? However, what we want is people coming to liquid loans. Oh, that's what we want. Yeah. Come to liquid loans. That's the opportunity now. So it's not CC, it's not Scottish Dave, it's not, it's what is the product that's out there that people can align with. And I think that's the potential next chapter.
Thank you to Crypto Crazy Liquid Loans, our sponsor, for coming on and doing a full episode today. We'll look forward to having them. You guys make sure to check out liquidloans.io. It's been a great episode. Zone 5, Blockchain Podcast. BitBoy out. Life's unexpected expenses can be a headache, but Liquid Loans, the sponsor of the Zone 5 podcast, offers a quick and simple solution. Need a financial lifeline? Check out Liquid Loans and see how they can help you tackle those surprises with ease. A quick visit to their website could be the fix you're looking for.